So on this particular boat, we're going to be using the Nickel Stick KE1 controller for our RGB underwater lights. So inside the box, you have the controller itself. Now this controller is non-waterproof, it needs to be mounted on the inside of the boat, but because of that trade-off, you have a lot of features that we can use on here. So essentially you have about 40 different scenes you can have pre-programmed onto the controller when it comes from us, or you can program it yourself. You have scenes 1 through 8 here, and then go hit B, 1 through 8, C, 1 through 8, D, 1 through 8, E, 1 through 8. Essentially what that means is you will have 40 different scenes that you can play with. Along the bottom here you have a dimmer function, so when your light's on a certain color you can dim that right the way down or come back to full power. I've never really had anyone use that feature, but if you wanted to toy with your friends and turn them right the way down, so when they turn their surface mount lights on they think they're having great fun, and then you turn it back up to full power. Inside the box you get the control cable to program, the power supply to run to 110. Interestingly enough, a lot of people have asked me, can they run this straight off DC power? And the answer is yes. If you have a 12 volt system, you can run it straight off from 12 volt and use a resistor to go down to 9 volts and that will run fine. But if you can use this power supply and plug it into the 110, it makes a lot more sense. And also it comes with the CD. This has all the programs on it called ESA Pro, which you'll use to program the lights. Very much like a audio or a video editing software. You basically have a timeline, you drag and drop the colors or the effects on the certain lights. It takes about 10 minutes to get to know how to use, and once you do that, you'll be able to custom program all of your lights, which is a very cool feature. One thing I haven't really mentioned is that all of our boxes are what's called DMX set to channel 10. If you know what you're doing or you would like to give me a call and I can talk you through it, you can change the DMX settings on your lights so that each driver or each light can be its own zone. So each light could say, the 4 lights we have on this boat, one could be red, green, blue and white at different times, and then the effects could transition just like that. So it's a very cool feature and something this controller does very well. In difference to other controllers that you buy on the market for other competitors' lights, they're preset with the colors and scenes that they have, whereas this is fully customizable to your desires and your boat.